Moving on to the suppression. A lot of things have been told about the suppression in Battlefield 3. When the game started, the suppression, in my opinion, was working pretty well. After a certain patch that I really don't remember right now, they increased dramatically the suppression on the suppressor you're doing on the enemy, and it really doesn't work how it should. When you're shooting a guy, he gets suppressed only with the bullets that miss him. So that's really unrealistic. It would be more realistic if the bullets that actually hit you suppressed you, and they should have, like, the bullets that hit you should suppress you way more than the bullets that pass you by. I mean, when you have an LMG with 200 rounds and spray and pray, you suppress the guy, not even hitting him. Like, a bullet will pass away to like 2 feet away from you and will suppress you. That's unrealistic. They should have a little bit of suppression when someone is not hitting you, and a lot of suppression when someone's actually hitting you. That's the normal thing. If a bullet hits you, you're gonna like fall back, or you're gonna lose your aim. That's the normal thing to show, not like spray and pray and suppress the other guy. And that creates a little bit of a chance for the bad player to win the good player. Because when I'm shooting a guy dead on his chest, he doesn't get suppressed. Well, a guy just sprays and prays, we keep firing, I get suppressed and I start missing. And he's not suppressed because I actually hit him, and he suppresses me because he's not hitting him. And that sometimes it's not always the noob guy that misses win, but it creates a chance for the noob guy, for the not actually noob guy, for the guy with lesser skill, with worse aim than me, to win. So that's kind of unfair in my book. I would like to see the suppression a little bit more improved and more realistic. Moving on, I would like to see the recon class a little bit more buffed. Right now, in Bad Company 2, the recon class had C4. I know that this could be a little bit OP and actually nerfing the support class by not having a very useful equipment, because all the classes have the engineer very useful equipment. The engineer has an RPG, the medic has fucking revive paddles and medikits and grenade launchers, where they're kinda underpowered, but yeah. And the support class would only have claymores and stuff that aren't so useful in the game. If the recon class had the C4, all that is. Now, if the C4 moves to the recon class, everyone would think, let's take the recon class and have C4 and sniper at the same time, and go and destroy tanks and snipe at the same time. So it would buff a way, like a lot of people will start playing with the recon class way more than it is now, and might do a little bit of objective playing. While right now there's no motive for the recon class to play the objective. You can hang out, hang behind with your sniper and do whatever fuck you want. So that would create a little bit of imbalance between the classes, but it would buff the recon class. And I would like to see more semi-automatic weapons with the recon class. I mean, bolt actions are really great, SKS is great. M417 was a huge buff for the recon class, and it's the only weapon that I play with in medium ranges with the recon class, if I want to play recon class. So that's another thing. I would like to see a semi-automatic like the M14, which is, or they already have the M21 EBR on here on the recon class, but I would like to see the M14 on the recon class. It would be awesome to have that. Like, the recon class is good in long range and it sucks in medium range, really, and you can use the PTWs in close range. So they have to add another weapon to buff the recon class in medium range and give the recon class a motive to play the objective. So that's another thing that I want to see improved.
Chaser.